And welcome back to Early Riser Tuesday morning. 4:30 is your time with Ryan and Matt. And hey, wouldn't you know it, another little round of snow yesterday.
Kind of the nuisance stuff, but once again, it doesn't take much to cause a lot of problems. OPD kind of quit responding to other than minor accidents. So it was one of those things where we've seen this a lot of times. And even in the mid-afternoon, it lingered through the evening drive and still caused a lot of problems.
And there are still a lot of plows out there this morning.
Yeah, still working.
Most of the roads are in really good shape. A few slick spots as to be expected.
Yeah, and watch the side streets, especially in your neighborhood. I noticed, again, those are very slick. As far as amounts go, fairly light. We'll show you that in a moment. I guess we'll start off with Threat Tracker here first and show you some better news. In fact, the winds are still up. It is a raw, blustery start to this Tuesday, even though we're not that cold. In fact, we just dropped from 30 to 28 in the last update. The winds are still gusting out of the north and northwest at about 25, and that's really doing a number on our wind chill factor. Plus, there's that dampness in the air still. So we'll see the winds diminish today. We're going to try to sneak in a little bit of sunshine, although these low clouds likely to hang in pretty tough for a time. And then warmer weather still in the extended forecast with mainly dry conditions the rest of the week. So that is certainly good news. All right, as we look from I-80 and 72nd Street here first, as Matt was saying, a lot of the main drags, the main arteries there in pretty good shape this morning. Generally just damp, but we are dry. But again, watch for a couple isolated slick spots, especially as temperatures cool this morning. Right now we're at 28 degrees. The moisture level is still high enough that that northwest wind at 23 makes it feel cold. In fact, this is a cold damp 14 for our wind chill factor. So temperature a little misleading. We've certainly seen colder weather, but with those winds, it feels a lot chillier than the actual air temperature. And that's the case still in Lincoln at 30 degrees. Winds are beginning to diminish a little back to the northwest with upper 20s there. And then hardly a change. Our temperature pattern very uniform, mid to upper 20s, west central Iowa. And we warmed to about 30 right now in Clarinda. This is what it feels like, though. Again, 14 in Omaha, the current wind chill factor in Atlantic, 12. Right now, Lincoln not quite as bad at 22, and you can see those wind chill factors simply because the winds are a little less to the northwest. Not quite as bad as what we're dealing with here, but still mid to upper teens, even up over that part of the area. All right, here are the snow amounts estimated by radar. And again, maybe a little overdone in a few spots, but certainly 3 to even locally 4 inches on the other side of Lincoln. We were tracking that yesterday at noon, those heavy bands hardly moving there. And then as everything came through, it picked up a little momentum. We had a good bout of snow for a time, and then the light snow kind of lingered through the evening. So about 1 to 2 inches here as expected in the metro. I know where I live, it was just around an inch or so, but some isolated spots, even a little bit more than that. So we're done with this for a while. In fact, looks like the better part of the next week, we're in good shape. Still cloudy out here as we head from Ralston back toward Lewiston, Papillion. You can see as we go from Harrison across Cornhusker between about 48th and 84th. No problems there as we check our exclusive 3D Viper street level mapping there. In fact, all across the metro right now, we're looking pretty good as we expand this out. Just clouds, but no precip here as we check our radar first. And then you really have to go all the way up to the northeast before you run into the active weather. Still some advisories through parts of Wisconsin. There's the snow over the northern Great Lakes, and then just plain old rain as you head off to the south. So our forecast maps for today again call for temperatures to continue to dip a little bit this morning, likely back into the mid to upper 20s. And then the recovery this afternoon very slow. I think we kind of drift back to a little either side of 30 degrees. We'll keep some stubborn clouds around. We're going to try to get a few breaks even in the metro. Certainly a better possibility of that to the west and south of us, and then skies break a little bit tonight. But again, we're kind of in that pattern with a lot of snow still on the ground. We have to watch for some areas of fog to develop not only tonight, but again through the rest of the week. So for today, fortunately, winds diminish this afternoon under 15 miles per hour. Nearly steady temps in the mid-20s to around 30 degrees. Partly cloudy, a little bit colder tonight at 17, so watch for a little refreeze. And then our forecast as we head towards tomorrow starts to improve a little bit. I think temps get in the upper 30s and then near 40, if not a little better as we head towards Thursday. Again, watch for patchy fog as we melt some of the snow off the ground. And then you'll notice temperatures flirting with 50 there for Friday and Saturday before our next weather system comes in. And it looks like that may be a transition combo, if you will. Starting off as a little rain, sun, and then possibly going to snow on Monday. Something we'll watch, but again, a lot can change.